back to my channel. Today we have our book releases for September, so let's get to them because it's probably going to be a long one like normal. So the first one we have is Secrets of the Lost Story by Santiago Cohen. This is a graphic novel, so obviously I am going to try and get through this quickly because there's going to be a lot of things, but if I don't go through and talk about them much, it's not a big thing. Then we have Immortal Dog by Tigis German, a dark fantasy romance where one girl must join a secret society of vampires in order to find her missing sister. Yeah. Also, if you don't know as well, if I like a title by an author, I will be writing that author's name and I'll write in my book because next year I want to put it in their names in a pot, and then next year I'll be picking out a random author out and then pick them, and I'll be reading a book from them. So this will be going down as then. Next we have The Monstrous Kind by Lydia Gregvik, and a haunting romantasy inspired by Jane Austen's Sense and Sensibility, set in Regency England about two sisters fighting on hold to the manor while deadly monsters prowl along its perimeters. Perfect band of the House of Salt and Sorrow, Autonomy of the Soul. So this sounds quite interesting. I've never actually read anything by Jane Austen or anything or Sensibility, but it does sound really good because why not? So yep, I'll go for that one. Next up is When Haru Was Here by Dustin Theo. We Are Okay. So We Are Okay meets one division in this novel about loss and learning to let go. Cute cover though. Next up we have Celestial Monsters by Aidan Thomas. New York Times best-selling author Aidan Thomas returns to the beloved world of the Sunbearer trials in Celestial Monsters, a heart-stopping duology final in which three young semidoses travel through a dark, monster-infested world, facing down chaotic obsidian gods in a quest to save their friends and return to the sun, return to the sky. So I've read a book by Aidan Thomas. I think it was a Peter Pan retelling, and so there's that one. Shadows of Pearl by J.L. is a dazzling romantic fantasy world of House of Marone, why can't I say that name, continues in this dark and deadly sequel full of forbidden magic, devastating lies and broken hearts. It's a must-read fan for Stephanie Garber, Leah Burgo and Alex Axter. Okay, fair enough. I am going to write this down because that cover does look pretty good. So there's that. Alright, next up we have is Rebel Fire by Anne C. Lin. So this is the second book in the Anne C. Lin Rebel Skies fantasy YA series, set in the world of flying ships, sky cities and rebel uprisings. So this book I actually wanted to get in the works. I still haven't found it. So if I do find it, I will probably be getting this book already. Then we have Compound Fracture by Andrew Joseph White. This is a New York's bestseller time author return with a Appalachian thriller in which a trans-autistic teen survives an attempted murder, only get drawn into a generation struggle between the poor and those who exploit them. That sounds rough. A Second Chance by Earth by June Findle. A father, a friend, and a favourite book helps a teen boy understand love and loss in this moving and vivid YA novel in a verse. Ghost of You by Michael Gray Buller. In this poignant sophomore YA novel, a transgender teen must grapple with a long-time friendship, fraction, and a new romance buddying, all while being haunted by his grief from his brother's death. Oh wow. Then we have Guava and Grudges by Alexis Calastino. Anne-Marie Yaba dreams of becoming a world-famous pastry chef and dreams has a cost. Her family can barely keep the family business running, and let alone pay for her culinary school. Anne-Marie helps her family bake at Cafe Wymas whenever she can, but they are struggling while the rival Cuban cafe bakery across the street, Moraz Bakery, is doing better than their Instagram famous desserts. Oh no. Next up we have The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig. So this one was a foolish huntsman who lived at the heart of the graveyard forest. Why does that sound kind of interesting though? I'm going to put her down. Because why not? Then we have The Lost of the Burying Ground by J. Anderson Coates. In this twisting, page-turning read, shipwrecked teen girls from the opposite side of the world must find common ground in order to survive. Luminous Being by David Arnold and Jose Pimenta. So this is a graphic novel where a group of teens decide to make a documentary about humans' recent brush with extinct viva undead squirrels. Next up we have another graphic novel. This is Girl Mode by Paulina. A recent transitioned girl started life as in a new high school, trying to figure out exactly who she is while trying to manage who everyone else wants her to be. Then we have The Enchanters by Fairy Godmother by Jen Colinita. So this is the first film in the Enchanted series, and it's all about talking about how did a human girl become a fairy godmother. Godmothers are made, not born. Discover the untold origin of one of the Disney's beloved magic. So I definitely want to get Jen's books again because I did like their Disney series, so I might have to get them again. Then we have The Art Thieves by Andrea L. Rogers. Thanks for coming to see me, but by the time you read this, it will be too late. No one will understand. Started to panic yet, but in less than 2 months, nothing will be the same. What? Okay. Then we have Us in Ruins by Rachel Moore. Margaret is the quest to uncover a symbol of an accident in the cursed vase with the help of a boy who went missing in 1932. Okay, so I actually have the library version by this book. Sorry. So yeah, I will be getting a book, but I think it's The Shadows in the Library or something like that. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Right. So yes, I am looking forward to reading more book by that author, by the way. So Please Be My Star by Victoria Grace Elliott, a wonderful, fun and unique reimagining of the Phantom Opera as a rom-com set in high school graphic novel. Interesting. Dagon the Flame by Catherine Doyle. In a dark underbelly of a beautiful city, two rival assassins are pitted against each other in a deadly game of revenge, where the most dangerous mistake of all is falling in love with a Syrian young adult fantasy. So one, I have this author already because I have the Twin Crowns trilogy, and Fairly is actually going to be doing this book in one of their book boxes, which I'm looking forward to. Then we have Songlight by Maureen Buffin. Star-crossed lovers against all odds friendship and brutal unforgiving. World makes his first surely adjective. Okay. Okay, it sounds interesting for me, but I don't know how I feel about it. I like the book cover though. Mismatched by Anne Camille. A teen social media learns he can't control everything in this delicious queer graphic novel. Adaptation located of Jane Austen's Emma to a modern day high school in Queens, New York. Welcome to the Fear City by Sarah Jovac. New York City, summer of 77, in a city of the edge and obsessed with a serial killer. Ooh, okay. So let's put you down. Next up we have This Book Kills by Ravnell Colgoran. I'll make it clear that I did not kill Henry Van Bora. I didn't even help, well, not internationally. What? Okay. Repeat After Me by Jessica Warman. Emma Davidson thought meeting an immortal octopus was the weirdest part of her day, or Friday, until the day starts playing on the loop in this dark and delicious... Okay. No. I'm okay with them, but some of them I'm just like, eh. Then we have Gita Desai is Not Here to Shut Up by Sonia Patel. It's 18-year-old Gita Desai's first year at Stanford, and the fact she's here and not already married off by her traditional parents is a miracle. To the Bind by Elena Broza. I am butchering all these names, so don't come after me. These moving and tragic love stories are also a sparkling and honest look at the colony America set during the starving time in Jamestown. Next up we have Ida in Trouble and in Love by Ida B. Wells. Because she became a warrior, Ida Wells was an incapable flirt with an quick wit and dreams of becoming a re-owned writer. Yes. How to Lose a Best Friend and an MTV Friend Zone novel. Ooh, by Jordan Casimir. When a teen expresses romantic interest in his best friend, her unexpected reaction sends the relationship into a tailspin in his heartfelt and honest novel, giving a new look at first love and the outcomes that aren't happily ever after. Then we have a Desert Echoes by Abdeen Nazmin. This is from the award-winning author of Love, a Story and Only This Beautiful Moment, comes a suspenseful contemporary YA novel about lost love and the mysterious of the desert. Warriors of the Legend by Kendra Blake. So this is Kendra's epic fantasy champion of Left Off. Readers and okay, so this is part 1 of their series. I'm not going to read any more because I do have that author already. I haven't read that series. I've only got her Anna Justin Blood Duology, which I've got the Alcrate version coming, by the way. And I'm going to start reading the Generation Vampires, the Buffer Vampire Slayer one. Next up we have The Temptation of Magic by Magic Scott. I actually have this book in my actual list of books to read anyway. I did get this from a Fairy unboxing. Till the Last Beat of My Heart by, I'm not even trying to pronounce that one I can't do. Cemetery Boys meet the Taken of the Jake Livingston in the Till Last Beat of My Heart. Accidentally reanimates the dead body of the boy who he had more friendly feelings for and has uncovered the truth about his family necromancy abilities to keep him alive for good. Oh. Murder on a Summer Break by Kate Weston. Amateur sleuths and wannabe influencers Kerry and Annie are back on the case while a social media festival inspires some killer content and several on-camera influence deaths in this page-turning and side-splitting sequel to Murder on the School Night for author and Kate comedian. Doesn't sound that interesting for me. The Fatal Kiss by Alicia Jasinka. Spirit away with a whimsical supernatural fantasy filled with dark magic and flirty polyamorous romance. Okay. If you've been following me, you know which kind of books I would be reading and what I'm interested in. Some books I'm really fussy on, some books I will try, so we'll see. Old Wounds by Logan Ashley Kinzer. Erin and Max are 2 trans kids who are trying to get to California. Max is desperate to finally be able to transition, and Erin is longing to understand why she was on the street to begin with, after Max suddenly broke up with her 2 years earlier. Dun dun dun. Then we have They Thought They Buried Us by that name. This is a horror fan inspired film director. I gets a scholarship to a prestigious boarding school, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. As one of the few students of the colour of Our Lady of the Perpetual Mercy, user immediately feels out of place. A brutal work study schedule makes it impossible to keep up with the actual classes. Every expense, from textbooks to laundry, puts her into debt, and the behaviour of students at Factory is unsettling. Then we have The Tiger's Tale by Colleen Huck. This is the New York bestseller time of the author Colleen Huck. Tiger's Tale is a new installment in the Tiger's Curse series that reimagines the epic fantasy that delights who reads with romance, daggers, magic. Oh, okay. That sounds good anyway. Next up we have We Are Hunted by Tommy. I'm not going to say that one. A boy must work with his family and other resort guests to make it an island after animals turn feral. In Tommy, We Are Hunted, where White Lotus meets Jurassic Park for the young to adult audience. Oh, scary. What Is This Feeling by Robbie Webber. This is a joyful romp from Robbie Webber, perfect fans of Jason June and the Morgan Matson, for a boy who would do anything to win his drama club scavenger hunt in New York City, even if it means teaming up with the tech crew Lona and discovering unsuspected sparks between them. Dude. Next up we have is The Night Owls by A.R. Vinchney. Claire loves rules. Rules are what have kept her sister Molly alive, or rather undead, for a century. Work their unhistoric movie theatre by day, shift into hours under the cover of night, feed on men in secret, and never fall in love. Oh, sounds interesting. Secret Serpent Seed by Maya Ibrahim. So I do actually have the Spice Road book, and I do be getting this book from Fairy as well. Next up we have Spells to Forget Us by Aselin Brophy. A witch and a non-magical girl get stuck in a circle of meeting cutes and breakups in a dazzling young adult fantasy, and it puts a spin on the time loop story. Next up we have is The Seasons of Flesh and Flame by A.G. Howard. New York Times bestseller author A.G. Howard continues her compelling dark fantasy series where but twins separated by family curse. Okay, next up is If Anything Happens to Me by Luca Anna Rice. From celebrated New York Times bestseller author comes a hotly anticipated thriller about two girls desperate to catch a murderer who's still on the loose. Yes, please. Okay, next up we have is Such a Love's Skin by Tatalia. Vivid isn't known for telling the truth, but she's not lying about her evil doppelganger. Oof. Then we have Ruin Road by Lama Gales. Sometimes a little bit is good. Then we have Forget Me Not by Grey Grapple Jensen, a fantasy romance with Norse roots that's a thriller murder mystery. Okay, yes, please. Okay, then next up we have is The Lies We Conjure by Sarah Henning. Knives meets the inheritance games with magic in this standalone supernatural thriller by Sarah Henning. 13 noches of locked up murder and two magical sisters trapped in a deadly game of Clue. Yeah, okay, yep. So I know I'm going back and forth, but I'm in a rush now. Our Deadly Designs by Kelly and Joseph. The shadow between us meets the Scorpion's race in the epic conclusion. Ooh, okay, if you put that book with any other book, I mean, so one. Next up we have is The Rabbit and Juliet by Rebecca Stanford. 17-year-old rabbit has been struggling to stay above water since her mum died. In a span of a year and a half, her small Georgia town has become unbearably hellish. Fun. Then we have is Fairies Never Die by various authors. So this is just an adult collection between fairies about never dying. Then we have Everything Glittered by Robin Talley. In 1927, and the strict laws of Bopa Hidden has done little to temper the roaring 20s nightlife, even the national capital. Everyone knows the booze has never stopped flowing, especially among the rich and powerful. 17-year-old Gertrude and her best friend Clara and Millie learn to taste the freedom and liquor. Property to be damned. Then we have is The Hysterical Girls by St. Bernard's, a all-school private school is stuck with mysterious cases of haunted hysteria in the chilling dark academy thriller, haunted by deacons' bones calling to the light. Next up we have is Isle Nye by Ian X. Cho. Black Mirror meets a superstore in this Love to You Quiet Way, a novel about Jasper. It's a shopping centre. A Constellation by Minor Beast by Jane Ferguson. So this is about a written powerful story about teens grappling with balancing resentment with enduring friendship and how to move forward with a life that's not what they imagined. Then we have What the World Tips Over by Jen D. Nelson. This is four siblings and live in a hot northern California wine country where the sun pours out the sky and the devil winds blow so hard they rip the sense out right out of your head. Not fun. Next up we have Picked a Lot by A.S. King. So this is a weird and insightful new novel about a girl intent on picking the lock of a new toxic family with punk rock and opera. Then we have Signed Still Dead by Cynthia Murphy. I actually have that book in my list of books to read as well, so that's not too bad. Then we have Pale Matters Romance Revenge Pop by Petit Chipper. This is a love out loud debut romance induces a perfectly impaled pet who's planned to get her long-time crush to find him knows that it's destined for success. And that is it. That's all the books I have for this. There's not a lot of authors actually, there's still quite a few, but I cannot wait to go through these books. And three of the books I already actually own the authors of because I've got all books from. That is always fun. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time for the next month's new releases. Bye.